something that I'm so excited about trying for the first time is HelloFresh, a delivery service that sends you recipes, all the ingredients that you need.
Pre-measured out.
Yes, pre-measured out. And you get to enjoy
just
cooking
cook it up.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you, but I have a hard time figuring out what I want to eat most of the time.
That's me all the time.
And new recipes, you know, so it's so nice to have something that's already pre-done that's like, hey, Gina, this is what you want. Well, HelloFresh offers so many recipes to choose from each week to help you break out of your recipe rut. There's something for everyone, including low-calorie, vegetarian, and family-friendly recipes every week.
And it helps you save time. HelloFresh offers contactless delivery to your doorstep for easy home cooking with the family. HelloFresh cuts out stressful meal planning and grocery store trips so you can enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes or even 20 minutes with their quick recipe options.
That's fast.
That is fast.
I'm really excited to try the balsamic fig chicken recipe. It sounds so good.
If you guys want to check this out, go to HelloFresh.com/reps80 and use code reps80 to get a total of $80 off, including free shipping on your first box. Additional restrictions apply, so please visit HelloFresh.com for more details.
Go to HelloFresh.com/reps80 and use code reps80 to get a total of $80 off, including free shipping on your first box. Additional restrictions apply. Please visit HelloFresh.com for more details.
Gina, you probably didn't know this, but for decades, Anastasia has been shaping the brows of nearly every celebrity in Hollywood.
That's a lot of brows.
That is a lot of brows. No wonder she's like leading the market in fixing brows.
It's a brow revolution, dude.
Yeah. Each product from Anastasia has a specific purpose, from the blend of wax and color right down to the different spoolie on every pencil. She tests everything rigorously herself and in the salon, which is super cool. But I know that I really enjoy the clear brow gel, but you definitely do because you're microblading.
I'm microbladed. So when mine's fading, I'll usually use, the brow definer just to, fill it in a little bit, or the brow whiz. But yeah, the brow gel is awesome because, you don't want those little stray hairs sticking out. Just smooths them down, and it's not shiny. Nope. Some of those things are shiny.
Yeah, it dries really nicely.
Yeah. And it's not crunchy.
It's flake free, locks brows in place with a soft, flexible hold that doesn't look crunchy or slick.
Nobody wants a slick brow.
No one wants a slick brow. You guys, check it out. Really great products. Go to AnastasiaBeverlyHills.com today and use promo code REPS to get 15% off your first order. That's ANASTASIA BeverlyHills.com. You'll get 15% off your first order. Just use our promo code REPS at checkout. Oh, hey, cutie.
Oh, hey, cutie. Hey, cutie. Oh, you're a cutie.
And so I say stuff to her like, basically, what it sounds like to, an adult person or anyone who's human and speaks English is, does that feel good? Okay? Like if I'm scratching her.
Yeah.
But that has turned into, da figgy.
She's probably like, why doesn't my mom not talk normal to me ever?
Look at her. Eric's scratching her right now, head back. 1 foot's off the ground. And I would say to her, oh, baby, that feel good.
You feel good.
You feel good.
She's a little euphoric right now. Hey, guys.
Hey.
By the way.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Between the Reps with Brooke and Gina.
So today we're kind of doing a recap. Yeah. Answer a couple questions. We were supposed to have a guest, but that fell through.
Yes,
so
we had a guest scheduled for today. There was some confusion. It was all planned for them to be on our podcast, but then they thought they were having me on theirs. And our channel, our podcast really does take priority. Yeah. So we needed to get this done.
That's right.
So we're going to reschedule for them, but we are going to talk about the halo treatment.
The halo.
So we had told you that we were going to get this treatment done. If you didn't listen to the episode with us in April, you've got to listen to it. I had to reschedule my treatment because...
Which is a good thing.
Yes. Because I found out that I was going to be photographed for Athea Skin. If you guys haven't checked out my skincare company, Athea Skin, it's awesome. And we just are getting ready to launch 2 new items. One.
I was going to say, what are they? Can you not tell?
Well, you know what? I'm going to say it.
Okay.
I'm going to say one.
Okay.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
And you're going to be so excited.
What is it?
Sunscreen.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Sunscreen. So
I do love sunscreen.
I've been asking for that since we started it.
Is it tinted or is it?
So this one's not tinted. It goes on sheer. But that would be the next step. Mm-hmm. And that was the one thing that I wanted when we first started, but it takes a while to develop that. And for good reason. You can't be like,
you want it the right color too.
Like, or like you can't be selling sunscreen that like
sunscreen
that kind of, helps. You gotta like,
you don't want the shitty.
No, you gotta make
shitty coverage.
You gotta make sure that it's developed the right way,
right,
and it works. Mm-hmm. So it's coming.
It's very exciting.
Anyways, found out I was gonna have to do photos, and I was like, I don't know if I called you or texted you. I was like, I am trying to figure out if I should do this treatment because
you were leaving that night.
I was leaving, and also you're prepared to know that you might swell.
Which I did.
You did.
So I did we talked about it on the other podcast, but I did the BBL, which is a broadband light, and I did the Halo. So both in one day.
Yep.
And we joked that I was going to be wearing a bag on my head today.
Yeah, I was going to draw a face on a paper sack.
Because luckily the swelling went down, but my face, hopefully you can't see it from this far away.
No, it honestly
I have
looks
makeup
so
on,
much better.
But I am literally like tiny little scales all over my face right now, and it's itching really badly, and it's so hard not to pick. So hard. And I have these they're called MENS, MENDS. Yeah. And so what it does is the laser. So I did the BBL for the dark spots because I have all this kind of like these dark things showing up. And so I did that, and that was pretty quick. They go over it. So this is really cool. So they give you the numbing cream. And this was done at Pacific Coast Aesthetics for anybody that's in the area. April's awesome.
And if you're not in the area, but you are someone who would travel for this service, if you don't have it in your area, we've learned that it's not available everywhere.
No.
Because this laser is very expensive.
It's very expensive, very high tech.
Not a lot of places carry it.
So it's like if you've ever done an IPL or a Fraxel, some people don't know what that is, but that's what I used to do back in my 30s. This is more effective because you only need 1 to 2 treatments rather than buying one of those packages where you have to go 4, 5, 6 times to get the same results.
Yes.
So that's what's really cool about it. But so I go in, so you put the numbing cream on about 45 minutes before. By the time I was driving there, I felt like, my face was ginormous. You know how when things are numb and I kept making sure like, oh my gosh, I don't want to end up with it in my mouth or, in my eyes or something. Yeah. So, I get there and they have this option and I wish I could remember the name of the gas, but they let you suck this gas.
Yeah. That's like when
Nioxin or anyway, it's something like that.
It's basically like the same that they had. They used to have like the dentist, right? Or similar, similar.
You can drive there. So it's been a long time since I've been gassed at the dentist. They probably have better ones now.
Yeah.
But it used to be that you'd had to hang out for, a while. Yeah. This gas wore off. They said it would wear off in like 7 minutes.
Oh, okay. Then it's definitely different.
Yeah. So they gave me the option. You could pay more money to do it. And she recommended it'll be way better if you do it. So I did that. And so I did the BBL first. That was pretty quick. And I'm just sucking this gas. And I felt like, I hate to say it, but I felt like I was doing whippets. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but we used to do whippets in high school.
Hand to God, have never done that. A whippet.
I only did it one time. And I just remember doing it. And it's a very quick, it goes, wah, 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 wah. And I just remember sitting on the cliffs and thinking, I remember saying, there's aliens coming up over the cliff. And then it was over. So anyway.
Everyone's listening there like, well, this explains a lot, Gina.
definitely not a good idea. I think it kills a lot of brain cells.
It definitely does. And we don't recommend it. And in fact, we tell you, if you know,
we are not endorsing doing whippets.
No.
But it was a lot like that. So, you're sitting there and you've got this thing, you close your lips over it and then you just breathe in slowly and then breathe out through the entire process. And I started to get so kind of fucked up that I was like, my mouth's like hanging open and the thing's like, hanging out of my mouth. And she kept, and you've got goggles on, so you can't see. So like, sometimes it would like slip out and I'd just be like putting my hands out, like trying to, find it. Anyway. So did the BBL.
Are you laying down or in a chair?
Yeah, you're laying down.
Okay.
Their office is really good. They're so, there's two people. So April did the actual laser and then her assistant has this cold air. It's like a hose with cold air blowing out of it that they blow on you as you're doing it. Cause there's heat.
Yeah. They're just lasering your face.
They're blasting heat on you. So, did the BBL and then we did the halo, and the halo was definitely, it was, it didn't hurt at all. I didn't feel anything.
You were numb.
Because I was not only numb, but high.
Yep.
So, but it definitely afterwards, she got in there. She went over these spots over and over. So the halo, the BBL is for the dark spots. The halo will also target dark spots, but what it does is it puts all these pinpointed little needles that go deeper into your skin. So if there is any old or skin damage that's going to come up, it will bring it to the surface.
Yeah, like deeper damage.
Right. So the thing is that when you're done with it, so, we get done with it and they're just blowing cold air on me for, I don't know. I don't even know actually, because I was high.
Yes. Man, I wish I could have just been there to watch you.
It felt like a very long time. And when she showed me what I looked like, I literally thought of myself as, like all my skin was peeled off and I was just like open bloody or something.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that bad. I was definitely pink, but not super dark red or anything. So then, they blow this cold air on you. And then you kind of go into the recovery room and then you're in there with the machine blowing it on yourself. But I'll tell you, as soon as you would take that off, your face is on fire. It is on fire. It's so crazy. So she pulled the goggles up so that it was covering my eye, but like getting my under eye because it's supposed to help with the wrinkles, like fine lines. And what it's doing is it's supposed to be building collagen,
yes,
which takes time to do. So I'm at the stage, I think I'm on day 5, but I sent you a video of myself because there are side effects that you can have. And one of them is swelling. And of course, because I'm world worst case scenario girl, I
lay down,
lay down, Maggie.
Lay down, Maggie.
Hey,
chill
out, dude.
Lay down.
I woke up the next day. So that day I felt okay. They actually send you home with this misting. It looks like it's like an aerosol spray. And Daniel was making fun of me because
is it for cooling?
It's for cooling,
okay.
and it also has oxygen. Oh my god, I can't say it.
Oxygenated.
So
oxygenated.
And so I was telling him what it was, and he said, "You paid for air."
Like such a spot on observation, but for sure. Oh my God.
He goes, "There's air everywhere. You paid for air." I was like, "Oh man, that's a good point." Anyway, but I was spraying it so often because, it starts to feel hot again. So you just keep spraying it. So I used the whole can on myself. But so the next day I woke up and I felt like I looked like I had really bad work done. I sent you a video.
No, I know. I saw it.
It was so bad.
So good.
And the first thing I said to you was, "You're so happy you didn't do this right before a photo shoot."
You're like, you're like, "Look how crazy I look."
I looked so crazy
in this video. And she's like, "Man, can you imagine having a photo shoot right now?"
Dude, I could see my under eye. I could see it.
Yeah, it was swollen.
It was out to here. I just kept looking at it like, it's like blocking my vision basically. So it was crazy. But so then I was swollen for 2 days. I was even a little bit swollen the third day. The swelling is pretty much gone down.
Yeah.
But then it brings up all these little black spots. So I have, the scales and the black spots, and you can't peel it, which is driving me nuts. It's itchy. So, but I've already noticed some of the fine lines gone, and I've noticed some of the dark spots gone.
Yep.
And it hasn't even all peeled yet. So I'm super excited. I would highly recommend it. And especially their office, because I guess what April was saying is that
her first time doing it, she didn't have a great experience.
She didn't. And so what she said is that she thought, how can we make this better? And then it was her idea to do the gas and the cooling the whole time. Cause I'll tell you what, I mean, there were a couple spots where it was like, ow, cause they even did like my actual lips, and though that kind of hurt. Yeah. And I can't imagine what it would feel like without being high and numb and
cold air,
with the cold air,
the free air.
Yeah. The free air. Yeah. The free oxygen.
You paid for air.
So funny. Yeah. So I would highly recommend it so far.
And you know what's really cool is, like you said, you've had the Fraxel and the IPL.
Yep.
I've also had a couple treatments done, and I can tell you, not like a big difference.
Well, so this is the thing. I think that when you do those lasers when you're younger, when your skin doesn't look that bad yet, I don't think you notice the difference. But I do think that it does something, because I do think that it helps you. You'll see it later on.
What I can't remember what it was called, but it was, for me, I was doing it for just like evening some skin tone and like a little bit of like rosacea. I don't have like rosacea.
Oh yeah, this Halo does the little broken capillaries.
I know,
too.
Rhett needs to get on his face. I was like, stop drinking so much alcohol, dude.
Booze nose.
Yeah, except for cheeks.
Booze cheeks.
But yeah, and with April, so April, you guys, you have to listen to the podcast. I hope you have listened to it. But she was a PA for a long time. Their practice is not just for, they also are doing like with this cancer prevention. They do a lot of work that it goes a lot deeper and further in, than just injectables or like what people think those centers are for, And she showed us before and afters of girls that worked there that did this, and we saw hers. We saw her before and after. It's insane, you guys. It is insane. Like I would look. Me and Gina would just sit and look up different treatments to like help with certain things, and you just can't find enough like good before and afters that you're just like, well, I mean, what's the new? Then there's a new one that came out, and kind of what April said was a lot of these older treatments. They're really like more, it's like they're more damaging without giving you the results you were wanting. Like you see those
not as effective.
You see those scary photos of people that are like fucked up, like burned.
Right.
And
well, that's why it is really important to go to a
RN?
No, a reputable. I was going to say reputable. I can't talk today. Reputable place.
Person.
Yes.
Place.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, I know. I want to have my mom and dad come out and get treated. Cause spent a lot of time outside in the sun. My dad's had some like different little cancer cells like cut off, and my grandpa was the same way. And now he's retiring construction to ranch. He's just, staying in the sun, which is outside. I enjoy being outside too. And he wears hats and stuff like that too. But I just want to, I'm petrified of my parents getting older and passing. But I can keep their skin nice. They will not die from skin cancer. Not if I have anything to say about it.
That's right.
But and my mom is beautiful, and she's never had anything injected in her face. Never.
Me neither.
No plastic surgery, no anything. And she still looks so good. And I've, like wrinkles or fine lines and things like that. But I was home just barely, and I was in her bathroom, and I was using some of her face wash, and I noticed that she had some like different skincare products that are kind of for like fine lines and wrinkles. And I was like, she's told me about clients she has that like you said, like 2 treatments in a year, it takes years off your life.
Right.
It's crazy. I'm like, this is what I'm going to give my mom
years
for
off
her
your
birthday.
Skin, not your life.
Off your skin.
You will die faster.
But maybe if you feel maybe if you, I thought I just pulled my boob out of my shirt on accident.
Everyone's like, I'm going to go watch the YouTube video. I'm just trying to keep these boobs up, man. These suckers, they're like, I told you.
Those are heavy.
I used boob tape.
Yeah.
I've never used boob tape before. And
those are perky.
Well, they were looking a little saggy. So I just put like you just tape it underneath your boob. And it goes from like the center to the outside. And it just pulled them up a little bit. And now they just look like torpedoes.
I mean, they look great.
Now they're just like sitting on the pillow. Just holding it up.
Set them on stuff.
Yes. Putting my boobs here.
Anyways, I am going to be doing my treatment.
So you might not see the results that I'm going to see because your skin isn't as damaged.
No, 100%.
So
well, if anything for me,
but I think that it will help over time.
What I'm looking for my treatment is I do have little fine lines that are starting. I'm 30.
Yeah, I was going to tell you that. So you look really shitty.
But I do have, I have lines around my eyes. I'm starting like on my forehead and between my eyebrows. But I'm really excited for like with evening the skin tone. I'm starting to get. She looked and said I have a couple of dark spots that are showing up. So to be able to get rid of those, but then also work on sun damage that's deeper that just hasn't shown up yet.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking forward to. And
I'm looking forward to you being swollen so I can take video of you.
Well, it's going to be a double whammy because you guys, I do in fact have to get my wisdom teeth out.
Well, I've had 4 kids have their wisdom teeth out, so I can totally take care of you. Are you doing it in Utah though?
No, Arizona.
Oh, okay.
So you have to come there.
Okay.
I was just there and we're at dinner, me and Devin and Heidi and my friend Eric. And you guys, if you follow me on social media, Eric from eMom Photo, he's taken a lot of photos for me. He's so great.
I love him
and his wife
so
Lex,
sweet.
Him and Lex were at dinner with us and I'm telling them like, you guys, I have to get my wisdom teeth out. His eyes lit up like he was a little boy on Christmas morning. He was like, oh my God, please tell me I can come. Like and then he starts planning with Devin. He goes, we need to come up with all the best questions to ask her when she wakes up.
Oh yeah. Cause people get fucked up.
Yeah. So I'm vlogging it. This will be on my YouTube channel.
You're going to vlog yourself after like on anesthesia.
I mean, I'm not, but somebody else will film me. We'll vlog the whole experience of me at 30.
Oh, that's going to be good.
I'll be 31 by the time I get my teeth out. So I'm in the dentist chair and Dr. B and I go, his assistant goes, so she wants to get her wisdom teeth out. And I was like, whoa, hang on. I go, no, I was told by a doctor. I've seen a dentist out of his office that wasn't my dentist, Dr. B, but it's because he wasn't available. This is a while ago. I said, no, he told me that I need to get my wisdom teeth out. I only have 2. I have one on both sides of the top.
Well, that's economical.
And I said, no, he told me I needed to. I want to know, do I need to? And he goes, well, how old are you? 24? And I was like, 30?
Yes,
and he goes, 30? And I was like, yeah. And then he goes, man, I wish I was 30.
Well, I was surprised that you still had your wisdom teeth.
Well, so I think it's because
they've just never come in.
When I was younger, I was told that this was kind of a trend. I don't know how it is now, but when I was getting braces put in they pulled teeth. Yeah. They pulled teeth everywhere.
But permanent teeth or baby teeth?
Permanent teeth.
Oh.
And when I started seeing Dr. B, he was like, he could tell. He looked at my x-rays and was talking to me and he goes, did you have teeth pulled? And I was like, yeah.
Well, yeah. Isn't there a hole there?
No. Oh. Your teeth move.
Oh,
I had braces after. They pulled them
all forward.
And then they
pushed them together.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he basically said it's like dentists would do that, or orthodontists, sorry, because you can like move kids through braces way faster when they have more room in their mouth for their teeth to move. You can move their teeth. That's what he was said. And I was like, so basically.
That just sounds mean.
Seriously. So a problem for me.
Okay, guys, we just want to make this more, we're going to make this faster. So we're going to pull your teeth.
Because now it's well, for instance, like when Ruby was getting ready for braces, what did she do? She had to wear
well, no. So Ruby had something completely different.
But what's it called?
Well, Ruby had a bio block.
Yeah, she did a bio block.
But that's not braces.
No, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying like my sister's.
Oh, you mean my other kids?
No, it's like it's doing things it's like might be a longer process or something. You start younger.
Yes.
But it's because then you can work with all their teeth.
Well, you want to work with them while they're younger, in a growth spurt.
Yes.
Yes.
So the point is like, I now, especially because my sister's kids, like my niece, but I see more kids like having like the expander put in.
Right.
That's before years when they'll actually have braces,
right.
like doing things leading up to versus like when I was doing my stuff, it was like,
pull them.
Maybe it was just like I was past the time when you could do that. Maybe that wasn't something that was really done at that time.
Right.
But it was like a quick way to move some teeth.
So do they think you have room in your mouth for your wisdom teeth?
They've never tried to come in. I don't know why I think when I got my braces out, it just wasn't really the time. I never had my dentist or anyone say like, we got to take your wisdom teeth out. That wasn't causing any problems, right? Because if nothing's moving, nothing's shifting,
right,
then it was like not really a big deal.
So why do you have to get them out?
Because he said that around the age of 30, we start to heal differently.
Okay.
So, they could potentially start to cause some problems, which would then make my teeth start shifting or moving. So it's really just like it's a big preventative thing to just take them out and get them out. Plus, both of them aren't coming in straight. They're coming down sideways. Like this.
Yes. Yeah.
So I got to do it. Something that I'm so excited about trying for the first time is HelloFresh, a delivery service that sends you recipes, all the ingredients that you need.
Pre-measured out.
Yes, pre-measured out. And you get to enjoy
just
cooking
cook it up.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you, but I have a hard time figuring out what I want to eat most of the time.
That's me all the time.
And new recipes, so it's so nice to have something that's already pre-done that's like, hey, Gina, this is what you want. Well, HelloFresh offers so many recipes to choose from each week to help you break out of your recipe rut. There's something for everyone, including low-calorie, vegetarian, and family-friendly recipes every week.
And it helps you save time. HelloFresh offers contactless delivery to your doorstep for easy home cooking with the family. HelloFresh cuts out stressful meal planning and grocery store trips so you can enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes or even 20 minutes with their quick recipe options.
That's fast.
That is fast.
As you know, I love cooking, and there's something called, well, you guys, Gina, you probably know what it is, bulgogi bowls. So they have a recipe at HelloFresh called it's beef bulgogi bowls with carrots, pickled cucumber, and sriracha crema. I am dying to get this recipe. Like I said, I get recipe books all the time, but I rarely actually go to the grocery store to get all the ingredients. So it's less intimidating for me to try something new like this type of recipe when they give you everything that you're going to need, and I'm for sure not going to forget something at the grocery store. Super excited to try it.
If you guys want to check this out, go to hellofresh.com/reps80 and use code reps80 to get a total of $80 off, including free shipping on your first box. Additional restrictions apply, so please visit hellofresh.com for more details.
Go to hellofresh.com/reps80 and use code reps80 to get a total of $80 off, including free shipping on your first box. Additional restrictions apply. Please visit hellofresh.com for more details. Hey, Brooke, have you ever watched The Office?
Never.
No, stop it.
I'll be honest, I've never watched the whole thing.
It's so good. You probably know if you have, which you haven't, well, if you had, you would probably know it's based on a UK series also called The Office. But what if I told you there are 9 other countries with their own versions of The Office that you've never seen? You're like, well, I've never seen any of them.
No. I knew that they had the version in the UK, but I definitely didn't know that. Think that it's in 9 other countries.
I know.
It's that good of a show.
Well, you probably didn't know about them because they're not usually available in your country.
Yeah, but they are.
But
now.
You can access content available around the world with no geo restrictions when you use ExpressVPN.
Yeah, 100 different countries. ExpressVPN is fast.
Say it 10 times fast.
ExpressVPN.
Well, that was good.
It's incredibly fast. It doesn't slow down our connection. And you can stream content in HD quality with no issues. And on top of that, it's not just for streaming content. It's for safety, privacy online. So you can, keep your stuff.
Keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself.
And it's less than $7 a month. ExpressVPN lets you access thousands of new shows and movies on Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and tons of other streaming services. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, so get the most out of your streaming services today at expressvpn.com/reps. If you use our link, you'll get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free.
Again, that's expressvpn.com/reps.
And again, expressvpn.com/reps.
In case you didn't get it.
To learn more.
You want to know something that really annoys me?
Yeah, I do.
When you put on those no-show socks and they slip down, you know, you're in the middle of a workout and they slip down.
Yes, they roll up in your arch.
Yeah, they're like, exactly.
And if you're really tired, you're like, oh no, I have to fix my sock. But if you're like, you know, actually feeling good in your workout, you just pissed.
Live with it.
Yes.
Well, now I tried Features and they are awesome. These socks are the best socks. Yeah, I love the no-shows.
Yes.
And they have all sorts of different types, but my personal favorite is the no-show.
Yeah, I mean, I like all of them. I have some for my, like when I'm in my running shoes. But I really love the no-shows for the reason you were talking about. They stay put, but they have on all their socks an R or an L. So it's your right foot or left foot. And I'm going to tell you, like, I always felt like, yeah, that's, you know, okay, but you could put them on the opposite foot and it would still work.
Right.
No.
I've
accidentally put my feature socks on the wrong feet.
And they fit differently.
And they fit differently.
Yeah.
And that's got to be because the way they make them is really, you know, that's why they stay put so well.
Well, because they're a custom-like fit.
They are custom-like fit.
To prevent the issues with conventional socks.
Features are engineered to help you achieve your best every day, whether you're working out or on the go. Targeted compression acts like a little hug around the arch of your foot, keeping the sock in place and preventing it from bunching, slipping, or sliding down into your shoe. Has an anatomical design, conforms to the left-right shape of the foot, creating a custom-like fit that keeps the sock in place so you can focus on your workout. It's exactly what
you can work out harder, recover faster, get stronger, run faster, and look great doing it.
It's family-owned business, and they're awesome. I've never really had a sock brand that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm obsessed. I'm telling you right now though,
these socks.
You do have to try Features. They are so comfortable. The fabric is amazing and they don't bunch and don't slip.
And I've worn mine a few times and they don't stretch out.
No, they don't.
Because I hate that too.
Yes. See why Features have quickly become the #1 running sock in America. For our listeners of Between the Reps, you can receive $10 off your first pair of Features by going to features.com and using my code REPS.
That's $10 off your first pair when you go to feetures.com and enter promo code REPS at checkout. Again,
that's features.com and use our code REPS to get $10 off your first pair of Features.
You guys, I'm going to tell you. You might be asking, why is Prose so awesome?
Freak.
Well, I'm going to tell you
reasons.
I do love it.
Is it the box that it comes in? Is it the smell? Is it the fact that it has your name on every product?
I know. I feel very special.
Made custom just for you?
All those things. Ugh. But yes, Prose creates custom shampoo and conditioners based on your personal hair analysis and their algorithm. Their online quiz dives into every conceivable factor that affects your hair health. With over 50 billion formula combinations, the result is a unique blend of ingredients that caters to your every strand and follicle. And I loved taking that test. That was fun.
It is a fun test.
And I like it so much that I signed Ruby up.
You know what I liked about the test though?
My daughter, by the way.
I was so surprised by all the factors that really come into play for your hair. It's like I knew it, but until I took the quiz and saw like them asking specific questions about where you live so they can check the climate, that, you know, like all these things.
Yeah. They can check the pollution.
I had no idea that maybe those things were taken into consideration when making hair products. And now I know. And now all of you know. And every formula is sustainably sourced and cruelty-free, which we like. Prose can accommodate virtually any preference, including vegan, gluten-free, and more. Yeah, so Prose is the healthy hair regimen with your name all over it. Take your free in-depth hair quiz and get 15% off your first order today. Go to prose.com/reps. That's prose.com/reps for your free in-depth hair quiz and 15% off.
Thick brows are in now.
They are.
Used to be thin when I was younger and I overplucked, and that was a bad idea because they don't grow back eventually. And my mom used to tell me all the time, that's why I microbladed. But yes, create beautiful brows with Anastasia, Beverly Hills, the #1 U.S. brow brand, the first name in brows for over 30 years for naturally beautiful, fuller looking brows.
And full is in.
Full is in, girls.
Yes.
Guys.
Anastasia still approves every product batch, not just every prototype, but every product batch to make sure the color doesn't shift on you from month to month. It is this care and detail that makes Anastasia the queen of brows. They've got the Brow Definer, Brow Wiz, Clear Brow Gel. One Brow Wiz is sold every 9 seconds across the world.
That's how popular it is, people.
Seriously.
Get out there and get a Brow Wiz.
You use it to detail brows, adding extra dimension and natural hair-like strokes. That's what I've been using. That with the Clear Brow Gel. So go to AnastasiaBeverlyHills.com today and use promo code REPS to get 15% off your first order.
That's ANASTASIA BeverlyHills.com. You'll get 15% off your first order. Just use promo code REPS at checkout. Yeah, I had all 3 of my older kids have to get their wisdom teeth out all at the same time. Oof. I know. It was expensive. And nursing them all at the same time.
Dude, my sister's oldest, Lexi, they have to go in and they're going to have to, all sorts of stuff, but they're basically going to they have to break her jaw and they have to shift her jaw out, and she's going to be wired shut for a while.
That's horrible.
Yeah, but to fix the problem.
Wow. Well, they used to, so Ruby had this.
She has a little bit of a
overbite.
Underbite.
Well, see, so they used to do, if you had an overbite, like when I was a kid and I had my headgear, the full, straps, yep. They used to pull the upper teeth back.
Yeah.
So pull them back, which for your profile, that's not a good thing.
No.
So now I think they're trying to do more, because that's what they did with Ruby, is that they did this BioBlock thing. So as she was growing, her teeth were locked in, pulling her bottom jaw forward.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, you just made a bunch of people with shitty profiles.
Yep.
They should have really researched that better. Yep. Maybe that's why I have such a weak chin. Should have pulled the chin forward, not the top part back. So yeah.
But when I started working with Dr. B, I have veneers, you guys. I'm not afraid of it. I have beautiful teeth now.
I'm not afraid of it.
Well, I think that, some people just have opinions as if like you just have to love what you were given. Well, guess what? Sometimes you just, sometimes you get to like fix it because everyone deserves to feel good about themselves. But he was like, honestly, no amount of, I was going to see him because I had one tooth that just bothered me. Even from when I had my braces off,
you had a small tooth.
My orthodontist just put this little spring in my retainer so it would constantly put pressure on that tooth because it wanted to twist behind my front tooth. And I did Invisalign. And
it didn't work.
It didn't work. And I went and saw Dr. B because that's who Heidi sees. And he goes, no amount. Because I had other dentists tell me I can fix it with Invisalign. And I'm like, I just did it. And they're like, no, I can fix it. And I'm like, okay.
But they didn't.
And he said no amount of Invisalign or braces or whatever is going to fix that because that tooth is actually just smaller than its opposite. And even if you tried to pull it down, you get things to move, it's never going to be equal to the other side. And so what he did too, because then talking about how I had a lot of teeth pulled, because they pulled teeth, my teeth weren't filling my mouth. So I don't have like a really big mouth, but everything has kind of shrunk down because so many teeth were pulled when I was younger. So for him, when he was, planning my veneers for my top row, was really to give me a smile that kind of filled my mouth.
I'm just imagining like this deflated balloon mouth.
But yeah. Yeah, look at him now.
Look at him now. Hey. Well, that'll be interesting.
Questions.
Oh yeah. So we're going to answer.
We got a couple questions.
All right. First we have, sometimes I don't want to say their name in case it's like feels private for them.
Yeah, then don't. They'll know if it's theirs.
Yeah. So hair questions. I mean, this isn't like, I don't know why she would care, but first of all, huge fangirl here. Well, thank you. Love to watch y'all interact with each other and love to hear Brooke laugh. Y'all I guess she doesn't like my laugh. Y'all put a smile on my face even when I'm in a bitchy mood. I just got hair extensions. I thought if Brooke could have them and she sweats profusely, so can I.
Dude, I sweat so much.
I love them, but I'm wondering what your routine to care for them when you sweat every day. What's your routine? How many times do you wash your hair weekly? When not washing, well, here, I'm just going to do this. How many times do you wash your hair weekly?
It depends on how many times. I was gonna say how many times I train. I mean, I would like to train almost every day.
Yeah.
But you know what? Sometimes that doesn't happen these days. I try to go at least 2 or 3 days. It changes if, for instance, if I get in the ocean, because if I have salt water and I'm going to wash my hair. If I'm just super sweaty or I'm, maybe I'm outside doing something and it just gets way dirty, I'll wash it. And a lot of that's because I'm always really trying to make sure my hair doesn't get really dried out.
Right.
And I'm saying depends on what I'm doing. Cause for instance, I was in Utah and I was up at the ranch with my dad. I'm in the high desert. It's dry.
Yeah,
We're in dust and it's hot. So I needed to almost put some moisture back into my hair. So yeah, I try to do it every 2 to 3 days, and obviously that changes if I have an event coming up or the next day I need to wash it again. But I do try to spread it out.
When not washing, how do you care for them?
Well, I
wear a hat.
I wear a hat. I really do try to, if I pull my hair up or put it in in a high pony, I'll do that if I plan on doing that again the next day, if I'm training or something like that, because my hair will sometimes get so messed up that I can't take it out and do anything else with it. Once I put my hair up, that's really the only way I can wear it. Mm-hmm. Or I can pull it down and put a hat on, but that's it. I don't really use dry shampoo a ton, and I always used to use it, but I don't use it a ton because I don't want my hair to be
your
dry,
actual hair.
My hair to be dry. And you don't really want to use that on your extensions up at the root because it's a little bit harder to be able to scrub that, right? Where all the hair is connected. You can scrub your scalp around the extensions, but you don't want to get buildup in the weft.
So she doesn't have a weft. She has, so I have the tape-ins.
And she has
you have the
individuals?
weft. She has those, they're
beads.
called eye tips. They're like beads,
basically, right? Yeah, I mean, it could also depend. My hair just gets really dry. I'm not super oily. And even that might ebb and flow, depending on training and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I would say I try not to use any powder or dry shampoo too often. I'll use it if I need a Hail Mary because we have an event, I'm going somewhere and I really don't have time to wash it, or I do wear a hat if I can, and do that.
Okay. She says also, what do you do when sleeping? So this is what she says. I tried to braid it, but it kept getting wrapped up in my armpit.
Oh yeah, that's a pain.
So a bun is what I opted for. I felt compelled to ask you because your hair is gorgeous and I know you sweat a lot and work out often. Thanks so much. Y'all rock.
I've tried a few different ways, actually. I've tried putting it just in a pony, a low pony. And I'll be honest with you, I try to almost be in a way aware of it while I sleep. But I wake up and go back to sleep.
That's why you don't sleep well. I'm just worried about my hair.
Man, my hair is pretty shitty for never sleeping because I'm constantly worried about it. No, just if I'm rolling over, because when I move a lot and I kind of wake up in a way when I do that and I immediately go back to sleep. So when I do that, I will sometimes be aware and I'll just move it. So it's not, because I don't like it when it's wrapped around my neck or under my back or anything like that. I will braid it though, because that can kind of keep the hair moving in the same direction and smooth together. Because if you just have it in a pony, sometimes you wake up and it may have got bunched under you in a weird way. And then all the ends are all like crazy.
Well, yeah, especially
and then you really have to wash it because you don't want to have to keep applying so much heat to it. So then at that point you need to wash it. I found that if I put it in a braid, sometimes the end might get a little messed up, but you can pretty easily like spray it with a little bit of either some sort of product like
or
for
oil
heat or oil, or you could put a little bit of water on it and then just round brush the ends just to smooth them out. And I typically curl my hair. So if it's kind of wavy, then it works if I'm going to add some curls to it. I have tried putting it up on the top of my head. If I do that, I try to use like I have a silk scrunchie or something that's not going to really grip the hair.
Give you that little indent.
And just because I don't want to I try not to like
overheat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I've seen a video of this girl that she kind of flips her head upside down and she pulls her hair. You could try this. She pulls her hair to like the top of her head and with her head like upside down, so bent over, and she braids it.
Oh.
And then she puts a pony in the end of it, and then she sits up and it flips over, and her hair, it's kind of like saggy around her head. It's not cute.
That's only something you could do if you're single.
Yeah, this is not cute. But she also has, I don't think she had extensions in, but she was just talking about a way to sleep that wasn't like a tight pony. It wasn't going to be aggressive or whatever, but she could wear it the next day.
So if you don't mind looking like an idiot when you sleep,
this was this girl's way of being able to have like nice waves, like for hair the next day. She would just kind of, wash her hair, dry it a little bit, and then put it in this braid, and she would just take it out, and it was great that she just wore the next day.
I'm gonna try that actually.
I tried that, but the issue is that I have some short pieces.
Oh.
Like my hair on the top that's shorter, so it just doesn't ever really like blend well when I do that. Right. So for me, it's better if I even do like a French braid, but I start it low at like the back of my head, and I do a French braid. That's a great way to do it. And then also, I actually need to remember to do this, but we've talked about a silk pillowcase.
I bought you one.
Yes, I need a new one.
Yeah.
But I haven't been doing that.
Help with hair breakage.
It's supposed to help with hair breakage, which I definitely need to get a new one.
I need one too.
And I move a lot, which is probably, that's a problem for me with my hair.
Headphones are falling off. Okay. Well, hopefully that answered your question.
Also, just a little info on hair extensions. However, your extensions are very different than mine, but I'll tell you what I do. And anyone else that might have extensions like me and Gina, when I shower.
Anyone else that can't grow their own hair?
Yeah, anyone else who has a mullet. In the shower, I take a clip and I section my hair off, and I wash a section at a time. If you have extensions, it's well,
you can get a grease buildup in between them, so you have to really get in there.
Which smells, for one. If you don't get the product out all the way, you get buildup on your hair, and that's not fun. I've never really had that, but I'm hypersensitive to like smells.
I have an excellent sniffer.
Sniffer.
I am the sniffer.
But yeah, it makes it really easy if you just have a clip or something, you section it off and really get a good like wash up to like your scalp and the root, and then let down a little bit more, do a little bit more. I think that helps just keep all of it really healthy too. And I don't have any problem. I'm really careful with my hair. Me and Gina both are. We're so hypersensitive to babying our hair. But I'm always surprised when I go back to Habit and they talk about girls that come in and they're like matted. I'm like, I've never had a mat ever, but that happens. And I think a lot of that could be, either them they're not taking care of it, maybe not washing it properly.
How do you have a mat and not brush it out?
Oh shit. Lost my headphones.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Come back to us. Okay.
Is that the last part of that question?
Yep. That was it.
Hopefully that helps.
Okay. This one, I'm not going to say her name. Brooke and Gina, new listener here, but binged all the episodes in less than a week. So good, so relatable, which is why I'm reaching out. My husband and I have been together 10 years, dated for 5, married for 5. We've grown apart and our priorities have changed, so we've decided it'd be best to get divorced. We're still very friendly, no hard feelings, but he's in the Air Force and is currently deployed and recently updated his profile picture to one with another girl in it. Seeing it, I felt like I got punched in the gut. I still have feelings and love him, but we're just too incompatible, I think, to make it work. Do you have any advice for going through a really hard breakup? I've never experienced a breakup like this, and honestly, I'm struggling to cope. It's been cathartic to write this down, and I hope you see it, but if not, I'll know it's because your podcast is so successful. No, that's not it. That you can't keep up with all the emails you get. Keep it up. Y'all are stars. That is tough.
I've been there.
We both have.
Dude, I have been there.
Yeah.
Here's what I can tell you. That this was advice. I'm going to say it anyways because I want to. But this is Gina's advice. She gave me. And it sucks, man.
It just sucks.
Just everything sucks about divorce. I'll say that in a minute. But we just came up with a new term.
Oh, yeah.
When I was in Arizona with my other two divorced friends.
Yes.
We're just a bunch of divorced women.
We're
best friends.
Disease.
So we were talking about our divorce party we're going to have. And I accidentally said, I was trying to say diversity and I said divorcity. Divorcity.
It's a diversity party.
Anyways, it's really hard. And advice that Gina gave me, one of the first moments that was really hard was you're going to have a lot of firsts.
Yeah.
And I'll let her explain that. And this is even something that she's went through this a long time ago, not a long time ago, but a long time ago. And she still has some firsts.
Yeah.
So it's just,
I think that it's really, it depends on your situation. Obviously everyone's situation is different. And I think I was telling Brooke before, I think it's almost harder. I don't know if it's harder. It's hard to get a divorce when there's not something glaringly terrible, awful happening. Right.
When it's not like this big, huge thing that is like, it makes it so easy to decide if it's like, it's over or it's not.
Right. So if you are amicable, that's already, I know it sounds strange, but that's already going to be really hard because there's going to be that little part of you in the back of your brain that's always going, well, but we could have made it work. And you know, you still love the person, you know, you're trying to do it the right way. But yeah, there's definitely going to be, and I told Brooke this because, you know, she was having a really, really hard time, and there are just going to be a lot of firsts. The thing is that once you kind of process through those firsts, it gets a little bit easier. So there's going to be other times when, I mean, I'm just thinking, I mean, even just recently I talked about it that, you know, I was going to a wedding for my son, and it was going to be my ex and his girlfriend and, you know, his other ex before me, because it's, you know, he's my stepson, so it was going to be his mom. Anyway, there was just going to be this really interesting group of people, and there's still times that I have my ex and his girlfriend over to dinner for a birthday or for this or for that.
Or
and so
holiday.
we're more connected because we have kids. So I don't know if you have kids, but so I'm forced to see him more often. But I do think that there's always going to be that little feeling of, especially when you're by yourself. I think that makes it worse. It's almost like I haven't moved on. I don't have anybody. So then you see somebody with your ex that you have all this history with, and you're thinking, well, that was me. And now I'm by myself. Which
we're laughing because we tend to laugh at things that are pretty horrible.
Because, and honestly, I don't want to be with him.
No, it's true.
At all.
There's
nothing about it that I sit there and think,
no,
wow, I really wish I was with him. No, I know it was the right choice. You
reminisce about the times that were good.
Right.
And the fact that those things are now so far away is hard.
Yes. And I think that
because they're memories that now you have on your own, because you'll never share them with him anymore.
Right.
And if you move on, you're not going to share those memories with anyone else, but yet you still are full of memories with that person.
Right. Well, and I think too that there's just a part of you that just feels, it's kind of the bitchy part, I guess. I don't know, that's mine. That was mine.
Yeah, you run over and pee on him really quick.
Yeah. When you're a toddler. No, that was my toy. That's not your toy.
Yeah. And what I would do is you'd be like, that's mine. And then you'd get it and be like, I don't want to play with it right now. Like, and my nephew, he just wants to know that it's his. So you can't play with it. But then he's like, I'm going to eat this cookie instead for now. Right. I'll play with it later.
But I think that that's part of maturing through it, because you see these people that just hang on and hang on and hang on and hang on, and that you're not growing as a person. You're going to have those feelings, may not ever go away.
Yeah.
Honestly, but it will get easier, but you have to choose to kind of process that and know that it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds very general, but
yeah, I think that
it gets easier.
I think that too, like, obviously, if you go through this and let's say you're in a situation where all this good is happening, and I'll tell you, this wasn't my case, okay? But all this good stuff is happening that's like taking all your attention, and it's all this time. You're surrounded by people that just want to, they just are loving you and want to like and subscribe. It makes it a whole hell of a lot easier to never actually have to have those feelings of being like, I mean, I know that this is for the better, but damn, and for me on like my end, it was a whole lot of Gina reminding me it's going to get easier. So like I would just be
devastated,
so upset, like I was very depressed for about a year and a half. And it was broke. I was broken,
broke down,
and I just wanted to like be happy. And it wasn't like, I just wanted to feel happiness. I wanted to feel, I couldn't feel happy. Nothing excited me. And it was a real feeling of like, man, like where did all my hustle and drive and energy go? Because that's who I am, but I can't have it. And it was like, it was taking so much effort to like enjoy even the smallest thing.
Well, and I think that when you're in that position, that you start to stop and think, well, wait, should I have just worked it out?
Yeah,
because
you might. Yeah, you might.
Because guaranteed those problems that you had before, you will have them again.
Oh, 100%.
There's no way that people just, unless they're really working on themselves, showing you that they're working on themselves, you 100% would be exactly the same thing.
Oh,
within
for sure.
Just a month or two.
But like all I did was I was like, I just wanted time to pass. I was like, I just need more time to pass. I need it to go by faster.
You want a time machine.
Because it was. And Gina told me, she goes, it's just next year you will be in a much better place. And every month and every year and all, you will feel better and better and better. And that's what you need right now. And it's going to suck a lot because time does take time. But you'll start to notice, I would say do your best to find some new things to like, that take your attention. Whether it's like,
stay off social media.
Yeah. Stay off social media.
Honestly.
A new activity. Yeah. Just some new things that like take time and that kind of help you move through the day faster in a way because you're busy. Staying busy helps, especially because when you're kind of sad and going through this, if you have a lot of time where you're like by yourself and...
Well, it's a vicious cycle because when you're not feeling that way, then you're unmotivated, then you don't go anywhere, and then you sit there and then you feel shitty about yourself because you've been sitting there and then it's, you're just going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. So you have to force yourself to get your lazy ass up, go do something. Like you said, fill your schedule.
Yeah. I would
talk to friends, talk to people about it.
My dad would FaceTime me. And I mean, I was scary. I was real broken for a while. It was fucked up.
Yeah.
And my dad would FaceTime me. And I remember him just being like, get up right now. Go to Gina's house. Go to your friend's house. It was like, it took everything I had to be able to do that. And for a lot of reasons, I have a really hard time talking about my personal shit. I have a really hard time expressing how I'm feeling. Mm-hmm. And I feel deeply. And I only feel comfortable discussing that with literally like the tiniest handful of people.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to articulate your feelings.
Oh, yeah.
You know that you're angry or you're this or you're that. You don't really know how to explain how you're feeling.
If you haven't already checked out ExpressVPN or tried it, highly recommend it, especially if you like watching shows or movies. It allows you to watch shows from 100 different countries.
That's a lot of countries.
Yeah. And when you're, you run through movies in your country or in the United States.
I've been watching so much TV that I've definitely run out.
Yeah.
Run out of things to watch.
ExpressVPN you can get it for less than $7 a month. It lets you access thousands of new shows and movies on Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and tons of other streaming services. It's a no-brainer. And it's not just for movies, it's for safety, privacy online.
People can't see what you're watching.
It's incredibly fast and doesn't slow down any connection. I can stream content in HD quality with no issues. So get the most out of your streaming services today at expressvpn.com/reps. If you use my link, you'll get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free.
Again, that's expressvpn.com/reps.
Yeah, say it again because they don't know.
expressvpn.com/reps to learn more.
Yeah.
And I think we overthink ourselves a little bit when we're trying to explain ourselves. I'm not saying you, but sometimes I don't even know how to explain to somebody how I'm feeling about something. I don't either. And then I don't want to sit there and say, oh, I'm just so upset that, he's got a girlfriend and this and that. And then, you have certain people that are like,
oh my God,
you didn't want to be with him anymore. Well, and that's another thing is that it does take time. So it's interesting because we have a friend that is going through a divorce. And I think that what happens a lot of the time is that when you're first going through it, there's tons of people there for you.
Oh yeah.
And then they kind of want you to get over it. And I understand that to a certain degree, because if you're somebody who's just, that's the only thing you talk about all the time, you don't want to be the downer. But it's important to have people, because I remember telling our friend, she said, I know I'm supposed to be over it. I'm like, you can't be over it. It's only been a year. You spend this many years with a person. You can't be over it in a year.
No.
It's going to get better. But you're not over it.
Yeah.
And then, like I was saying, it's all those firsts. If you guys have mutual friends, not only are you, seeing her on his social media, but you go to a party and they've invited both of you, and then you're there and confronted with her. Or there's just so many things that are going to happen. And you just have to know that they're going to suck, but it gets easier. It gets better.
I think that something I try to do, and that would probably help you, think about it in a way that you just have to like get off social. You got to make a commitment to yourself.
Don't stalk her.
That you don't look at it. You don't give him that time. And it's not because you don't still care for this person. It's because you care for yourself more. Right. So don't give him that time, even though he doesn't know, right? Even though you're not telling him, like, I'm looking at your social and I saw this. Like, you just don't give him that. Yeah. And every time you kind of want to look, ask yourself, like, what is this going to do for me? It's not going to make anything better. I mean, you already know that he didn't make your situation better because you both decided that it's not right. And you deserve to, find something that really elevates you and takes you to a place where, like, you can rule the world, man, and at least feel that way.
Right.
And so you may not rush out and, like, you two find a boyfriend or whatever, but what you can do.
Definitely don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
You'll just make a really bad choice. I know so many women that do that, and they're just like, boom. I mean, sometimes it happens and that's great, but don't be so worried about being alone that you're desperate to find someone. And I don't know her age, but I think a lot of women that are my age, I can't tell you how many people look shocked that I'm not trying to find a boyfriend.
Yeah.
As if I'm around the corner from death and going to die alone.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I think I'd be pretty upset if you had a boyfriend.
I know. Yeah, you would.
It's like if I spent too much time with a boy. Like it's like what is this? Is this solidarity?
Well, there would have to be some kind of agreement.
We have an agreement.
He would not be the priority.
He's not. Life partners. Anyways, my point is and that doesn't even mean that would be easy. It's like, of course, I'm sure you've probably already been told this, like, take time for yourself, focus on yourself, do this for yourself. Don't do it for him. And like that, I understand because I've been there and so has Gina. It's like, you know that you're supposed to do that. And also it's so fucking hard.
And then you still think it.
And you're still just
you're still doing the wrong thing. But you know what?
You have to trick yourself.
Trick yourself.
No, dude, you have to trick yourself. You do. You've got to make sure you have a friend that you guys, you don't even have to even discuss what's happening, but you can. And you're just there. You just got to think about things that you enjoy and maybe try and do it more. Like take the time to like go and do that thing or draw or take this new class or
go draw
or, I don't really know.
I love you.
Many other things that you could do. Take a music class. I don't know. But you really do have to stay busy.
Well, this is also a really hard time. So that also adds to it. You have the stress of everything that's going on in our country and everything that's going on across the world. And then you go through a breakup at the same time.
Oh, dude, I felt that.
That's so
my only
so much stress.
My only family in Santa Cruz is like Gina and Daniel. Yeah. And during quarantine, especially the first few weeks, I'm home all day.
I know.
By myself. Raining outside, dark. Like in Santa Cruz, it was gnarly weather. You couldn't even go outside. It wasn't like, all right, go exercise outside. It was literally, I'd get out of bed and be like, I guess I'll sit on the couch the rest of the day.
The weather looks exactly like my feelings
and
right
for
now.
me, I'm still at a point from like just what my life has been for the past couple of years. I'm still not out of the woods yet,
You're still going through it.
It's very easy for me to get sucked into like just feeling very like you can't even move, and it was hard. It was like all I wanted to do was I wanted to run away or like get in my car and drive home to like my mom or or make Gina cancel everything else she had to do
right
and be with me the rest the whole day. But it's just know this, like, and it sucks that this is the answer or the answer that we have from our experiences, but it's just going to be hard. But also I hope that gives you some sort of relief to know that it's hard for everybody. And we know exactly what you're going through. And I know now from personal experience and Gina too, but like for me, it seemed near impossible when she was like, it just takes time, but it really does. And at a certain point, you're going to realize like, oh, I feel better. And you have to allow yourself to feel joy when you naturally do.
Yeah, it's a gradual process.
Because I felt that. I've felt where I've had moments where I'm like, wait, am I really happy or am I forcing this? And then it's almost like if I felt joy, but then I thought I might be forcing it, I ruined it. Like would ruin my own mood. And it's just because I went so long without being able to feel anything but like being super depressed that it was like, it felt very fake. And, but again, just as she told me, it's just time, and also allowing yourself the time to heal and allowing yourself to feel like whatever you're feeling. Don't try and shut it down just because you think that you should be feeling something different.
Yeah, can't push it away. It's going to come back to haunt you at some point.
Yep.
Don't start drinking heavily.
No. I did that, and it's
don't start drinking heavily and then stalking their Instagram because that's a really bad idea too.
Yep.
Or hers.
Oh my God.
What are you looking?
So okay, just moving on.
Wrap it up,
and I'm gonna wrap it up with a few of these things. I'm trying to decide if I want to do them now or save them for next time.
Oh, is this your guys' powwow that you came up with when you guys were solving all the problems of the world?
No, in fact, we can't talk about that because that's actually a business, and I have a meeting tonight at 7 p.m. to talk about it.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to say anything.
Dude, it's
we cannot talk about that?
Loose lips sink ships. That's what I was told. And I was like, yeah, they do.
I don't have loose lips.
Nope.
These things are tight now.
Both sets of mine are real tight.
You're so stupid. Oh my God. I had a funny story. Remember that text I sent you? I've been like, on the side kind of seeing this dude. And I told him I was having this laser because he wanted to come over. And I said, well, I don't know. I'm having this laser. I don't know if I want to see you. And I said, well, maybe I'll have to wear a bag over my head. And he goes, well, should I wear a bag over my head in case your bag falls off?
Yes.
Hashtagged it double bagging.
Dude, he's so funny.
So funny. He's really funny.
And then we have to do this week.
What?
You guys, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I finally put out the fact that I had been wanting to do this for so long. And me and Gina had talked about it. We even joked about like creating a new Instagram just to do this. In fact, we actually wanted to create an Instagram page so we could just make fun of ourselves.
Yeah.
We haven't done it yet, but I think we're going to. But I want to recreate photos. We want to recreate photos.
You got some good ones.
Dude, I put it on my Instagram.
No, the best is I wake up the next morning and I'm watching your story and you're basically asking people. And so I responded to you, ha ha ha. And then you said, oh, I was really drunk last night. I don't remember doing that.
I did. I was so drunk
putting that out there.
I kind of forgot that I did that. And I was with Devin, my right-hand woman in business. And I woke up the next morning and I was just like, getting ready to go to get my hair done, I think. Or no, to go to the dentist. And I start seeing I have these messages coming in, like a lot. And everyone's sending me photos to recreate. We've got stepbrothers. We've got all of the engagement photos from the movie. What's it called?
Was the one Carly sent?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going to tell you this name because it's going to drive me crazy. They're so funny. Masterminds.
I don't think I saw that.
No?
I just saw the photos and thought they were funny. I didn't realize it was from a movie.
It's a movie called Masterminds. So. Anyways, we want to recreate photos. And it's going to be me and Gina. And this isn't like, they just want to recreate like sexy photos. No. Listen, we want to show you.
The more unflattering, the better.
The more unflattering, the better. And we're starting this week. So you guys send us some photos to recreate. This is what I want to do. I was thinking to myself, I was talking to Devin. This is why I put it out there. I was like, Devin, I just keep thinking sometimes like, what should I do with my social media?
This is it.
How do I make it better? How do I all of a sudden get a new spike in followers? I think I just want to start putting out funny questions. I just want to put out funny content. And what's funnier than me and you totally failing photo recreations?
It's pretty good.
Celeste Barber.
I'm going to enjoy
Celeste Barber. She was an inspiration.
She's the best.
She was our inspiration.
She is the best. Love her.
All right, guys.
Well, thank you for listening. And we will, I don't know. We'll be recreating photos, I guess.
We're going to recreate photos. We will talk to you guys again next week. And I'm in the process. I'm listing my house. I'm selling my house.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to be homeless.
Yeah. Well, you can live with me. You can live with me.
But thought about burning it to the ground. But I figured I'd sell it instead because he still wants half. He wanted half and my dog. Stole my dog. I didn't say that, but I did. All right, guys. Thanks for remember to rate, review,
you just the look on my face was like, oh, she said it.
He doesn't listen to my podcast.
Just fucking dropped the bomb right there. Love it.
Remember to rate, review, subscribe, 5-star rating, 5-star warning,
and we'll
talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.